Hey man, do you want to go skydiving?
Does it look like I want to go skydiving?
Why, are you scared of the adrenaline?
Nah man, I'm not a wuss. I just don't know how to skydive.
Don't worry about it. We'll teach you everything from the health and the safety before you go to skydiving.
What if I fall off the parachute? Or if it malfunctions?
Contrary to popular belief, skydiving is a very safe sport. Many people think that there's a high rate of death while skydiving, but nothing can be further from the truth. Many accidents are from misuse of the equipment, not the failure of the equipment to work itself.
Okay, do you have a video to show me?
Of course. Here you go.
But like any sport, there are risks associated as well. One example of a common risk would be getting caught in high winds. This would cause the skydiver to drift with the wind and possibly hit the ground, which could cause death in some cases. This could easily be avoided if people listen to the exact instructions given to them and also check the local weather station for weather that day. Some people with pre-existing conditions like heart disease should consult their physician before going skydiving. This is to ensure any sudden health problems before or during the skydiving session. Proper gear must be ensured before taking off, and unknown gear should be double-checked with the skydiving supervisor. Sticking with the supervisor at all times ensures no problems pre- and post-flight. As parachutes and other equipment are being approved, the rate of accidents will continue to decrease, which is good news for people who had previously had fear of skydiving. What could you do if your parachute is failing to open? First, when a person realizes their parachute isn't going to open, they should signal the other skydivers for help. By locking arms into another skydiver, you can use their parachute now.
Yeah, I'm so ready to go skydiving. Let's go, let's do this.
You just forgot. You need your parachute, your harness, and your helmet, man.
Oh, let's go get that. My body is ready.
Off we go. We rushed anywhere between 1,000 meters to 4,000 meters in a plane for this scary experience. As you see when you're on the top of the plane, there's the surface you're standing on, which is the force of normal, and the force of gravity is pushing against you. As the skydiver prepares to jump off the plane, there is no normal force pushing on him, other than air resistance, and the force of gravity starts to begin to pull him down. As he's falling, the velocity of him increases as the force of gravity is greater than the force of air resistance. As he regresses into his free fall, the air resistance increases and more until he approaches the magnitude and the force of gravity, meaning the acceleration was decreased during the fall until it reaches zero. This is what you call terminal velocity, the maximum speed of the skydiver. Let's determine the skydiver's acceleration towards the ground. An 85 kilogram skydiver is free falling with the force of air resistance 700 newtons acting upon him. What is his acceleration? Here is his givens, and there are his requireds. Acceleration equals F net over m, and the solution is acceleration equals 133 newtons over 85 kilograms, which equals 1.56 meters per second squared. So therefore, the skydiver is accelerating at 1.6 meters per second squared at that moment.
When the skydiver is around 800 meters up in the air, he opens up his parachute, which overwhelms the downward force of gravity due to the big cross-sectional area of the parachute, which takes up more of the air resistance. Since the force of the air resistance is greater than the force of the gravity, the net force decelerates the velocity for the downwards fall. As the skydiver slows down, the amount of air resistance decreases until it has the same magnitude as the force of gravity, which will make it stop decelerating. This is also called terminal velocity. As the skydiver hits the ground, there is a counter force from the ground which decelerates the skydiver to a velocity of 0 meters per second. Here is a velocity time graph to show it. Here is a velocity time graph for the skydiver. The first segment, you see the skydiver's speed increasing. Then it reaches a terminal velocity. Then, when it's free falling, it opens up its parachute and the skydiver's velocity slows down drastically until it reaches a new terminal velocity. The skydiver will float in the air for a while until it hits the ground, which decreases its velocity to 0.
This is the acceleration time graph for the skydiver. As you can see, the acceleration decreases in a linear motion until it hits terminal velocity when he's free falling. Then he opens the parachute up, and that causes him to decelerate, and then come back up and reach terminal velocity with the parachute, and then he lands on the ground.
As we know, when the skydiver enters a plane, it gains lots of gravitational potential energy when it rises into the air. When he jumps out of the plane, the gravitational potential energy is changed to kinetic energy, but some of the energy is lost due to air resistance. Here's the energy diagram to illustrate.
As you see in the energy transformation diagram, there is a big amount of gravitational potential energy from the height of the plane. Then when the skydiver jumps, the gravitational potential energy turns into kinetic energy, and some of the energy is lost to work. As the skydiver lands on the ground, the remaining energy is lost to thermal, elastic, and sound energy.
Let's take an example of an 80-kilogram skydiver jumping from a plane and reaching terminal velocity of 56 meters per second after falling a distance of 300 meters. What's the loss in potential energy, gaining kinetic energy, and loss of energy due to work? Here are the givens and the requireds, and the analysis is EK equals half mv squared, EP equals MAGH, and work equals change in energy. So the solution is EK equals half 80 kilograms times 56 meters per second squared, which equals 125,440 joules. EP equals 80 times 9.8 meters per second squared times 300 meters, which equals 235,200 joules, and the work equals 125,440 joules minus 235,200 joules, which equals negative 109,760 joules. So the paraphrase is therefore 109,760 joules of energy is lost due to work due to the air resistance.
Hey, so did you have a good time?
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
You want to do that again?
Maybe not today.